Imagine being born with a death sentence already waiting for you. In ancient Egypt, Pharaoh gave a horrifying order. Every Hebrew baby boy had to die, no mercy, no exceptions. But one child survived. The strangest part, Pharaoh's own household helped raise the man destined to destroy his power. Generations had passed since Joseph saved Egypt. Now, nobody remembered him. The Hebrews multiplied, and Pharaoh became afraid not of armies, not of invasion, but of slaves, becoming too many to control, so Egypt turned cruel. Families were ripped apart. Men were worked to death. Fear became law. Then came the order that crossed every line. Every newborn Hebrew boy would be thrown into the Nile. The river that gave life became a river of death. One mother refused to surrender her son. For 3 months, she hid him in silence. But babies cannot stay silent forever. So she made an impossible choice. She placed her child inside a basket and sent him into the river. She had no idea that child would one day shake Egypt to its core. Pharaoh's daughter found the child. She heard him crying and chose compassion over obedience. She named him Moses. Drawn out of the water, Moses grew up as royalty, gold halls, royal education, power, not privilege, but deep inside, he carried a secret. He was not Egyptian. He was Hebrew. One day, Moses saw an Egyptian brutally beating a Hebrew slave. Something inside him snapped. Rage, justice, pain. Maybe all of them at once. So Moses killed the Egyptian and buried the body in the sand. But hidden sins never stay hidden. The next day, Moses realized people knew, and Pharaoh knew too. Now, the prince of Egypt became a fugitive. He lost his palace, his identity, his future. But in the wilderness, something terrifying was waiting for him. Years passed. Moses became a shepherd. The man raised among kings now wandered through emptiness with sheep, until one day, he saw fire. A bush was burning, but it wasn't turning to ash. The flames stayed alive, and then a voice spoke. Moses. This was no hallucination, no dream, it was a calling. The voice said the suffering of the Hebrews had been heard. And then came the impossible mission. Moses would return to Egypt, not as a prince, but as a deliverer. There was only one problem. Moses doubted himself. What if they don't believe me? What if I fail? Why me? Human questions, real questions, but the answer changed everything. He would not go alone. A staff became a serpent. A diseased hand became whole again. Reality itself seemed to bend. But the true terror was still ahead. Moses would stand before Pharaoh again. Before the throne that ordered children to die. Before the empire that tried to Chimi. Egypt would tremble. Because the real war was only beginning. Moses' journey is only beginning. If this story impacted you, leave an amen in the comments. And subscribe now so you don't miss the next Bible episodes.